Nebraska does a great job of turning their opponents over. Illinois has a little bit of a tendency to turn the ball over. That might be a big key for tonight.
Well, Nebraska's got to find a way to get some easy baskets, creating turnovers that create easy baskets are something they're going to have to do.
Grandison misses his first shot of the night. I'm talking with Fred Hoiberg before the game today. If this Illinois team gets an opening, they are going to take a shot if they have just a little bit of a crease. Playing as well as anybody in the country right now, the Fighting Illini. Derek Walker backing down on Kofi Coburn. Walker with the left hand, soft touch, and couldn't get the roll. Did everything right there, Derek Walker.
I like the offensive possession. Get the ball in the post. You make Kofi guard.
Inside look. Coburn banging down on Walker. Too high off the glass. Walker did a nice job there.
Double drag action. Kofi runs right to the front of the rim. Just has to finish it.
Lat Mayen fires away from three and buries it. That is a huge sign for the Cornhuskers. Mayen coming in shooting just 21% from three is Grandison with a clear look at the hoop.
And that's all created by Kofi. So much attention is on Kofi that the lane is wide open. We talk about spacing. That's the spacing that I'm talking about.
Walker with a touch. The offense has been running through Derek Walker recently, right into Kofi Coburn.
And I love the post touch. I love the fact that Walker's attacking Kofi. Make him guard. Let him work both ends of the floor.
Last time Nebraska was at home, nearly beat Ohio State. Game went to overtime, and Ohio State took it from there. Looking for their first win in conference play. Plummer too strong in his first shot of the night.
And that's the shot that Nebraska wants to give up, the mid-range two. That's a win for Nebraska on defense.
Keisei Tominaga fires away from three. About as good a start as you can have if you're Nebraska.
Illinois is going to go to a horn set here. They're going to go off Kofi. Kofi's going to roll, pick and pop. Looks like you're in high-low.
Nearly a turnover. No shot clock reset. 10 to shoot for the Illini. Plummer with the left hand. Blocked by McGowan's on the backside. Now McGowan's from three. What a stretch for the freshman Bryce McGowan's. It's an 8-0 run for the Huskers.
Everybody wants to talk about Nebraska's offense, but their defense, their ball pressure right now is why the Illini have only scored two. They're fantastic right now on defense.
Inside look, Kofi Coburn backing down. Coburn with the left hand.
And there you see no double. Again, this is the question that everybody that plays the Illini have to ask. Are you going to single coverage Kofi? Are you going to double him? Are you going to give up shooters? What are you going to do? Right now, Nebraska single covering Kofi in the post.
Isolation for Walker. Got underneath Coburn. Coburn going to work on Walker. Coburn and a whistle.
Well, and Jeff, in their last four games, they're shooting 38% from three. Like, they're playing better basketball. A lot of it has to go with the change of the offense and the strategy that they've had, but they are playing better.
The intensity on defense has been there all season long. Deep three, Trent Frazier. And Verge pulls down the rebound. Tominaga for three. 6 straight field goals made for the Cornhuskers.
Again, everyone's going to talk about the offense, and it's good, but defensively, this ball pressure has been really good.
Plummer step back jumper right down the chute.
And you see Coach Hoiberg over there clapping. That's what they want, mid-range twos. You can live with that if you're Nebraska. You can live with Illinois making those and taking those twos.
Coleman Hawkins on the floor for the first time for the Illini. Verge going up against Trent Frazier. The fall away. And Kofi Coburn pulls down the rebound. is second.
Don't love that possession. It became an isolation. Got to move the ball. They've done a great job moving it.
Frazier to the rack, and a chance for a three-point play for Trent Frazier.
And they've answered the call early on in this game.
The biggest question, are you going to be able to sustain that type of intensity the entire way? Might be some spurts where they don't, but they got to grab rebounds. That's the biggest part of today's game for Nebraska. They got to get rebounds. That's even without Andre Curbelo available to him. McGowan's got it knocked away and into the hands of Coleman Hawkins. Hawkins on the break, 3-on-3. Pull it back out and reset to the Fighting Illini.
How does Illinois respond with Kofi on the bench? Where does the offense come from? That's the question that has been asked time and time again. Who's going to be the aggressive player for the Illini in this situation?
It's a great sequence defensively from Nebraska. Hawkins running into trouble. Plummer trying to get some space, and he knocks down the jumper.
Great offensive play by Plummer, but it's a mid-range too. Again, Nebraska can live with that possession.
The 6-0 run right now for Illinois. McGowan's around the screen. His jumper's short. Long rebound out to Hawkins. Plummer, who's been such a spark for Illinois here recently. Fans wanted a walk, shot wouldn't go. Drive by Verge, out of control, blocked right into Verge.
It is so crucial, and he's got to pick up the energy because right now they're just a little flat on what they're doing.
Coburn back on the floor. And they feed the big man down a little isolated on Walker.
You're going to give yourself a chance to get a foul.
It's a fresh 20 for Illinois. Step back jumper from Frazier, short. Rebound out to C.J. Wilcher. Just tell you, if you're looking for any sort of reactions, by the way, whether it's a made shot or a foul, Keisei Tominaga is the #1 guy that we're going to be looking for. His reactions are awesome. Kobe Webster on the floor, running the point, spinning, knocking it down. Bryce McGowan. They've shot the ball extremely well to start. Have yet to miss from 3. Illinois has yet to make a 3. Until now. One of the best three-point shooting teams in the country, ranked 20th coming into the game.
And this is what we're seeing with Nebraska's offense. Going through the elbows a little bit more. An Iverson cut through Walker. You can hit the ball, and he finds a way to attack. Don't love that last spot, but love the offensive possession. Thought it was good right until the last second.
Kofi Coburn left alone, punishes the rim.
Jeff, the best post move is no post move. The best post move is no post move.
A spin and a jam. And a steal. Trent Frazier with numbers going the other way. Frazier lays it up and in. 7-0 run for Illinois. It's the 2-point lead now for Nebraska. Lead was as high as 12 at one point. Offense running through Walker. Wilcher now. Just a contested shot by Grandison. Chance to tie or take the lead for the Illini. There's a long 3 by Frazier off the glass.
Right now, Nebraska, when they drive the paint, they need to worry about finishing and not trying to get contact. The last 3 times they've driven to the paint, they've worried about getting contact and they've missed layups.
McGowan's deep 3, short. And we got a whistle and a flop warning. Great crowd on hand tonight here in Lincoln. Tree do a good one. Nice job of denying there by Derek Walker. First turnover for the Fighting Illini. Average almost 15 a game. Verge getting around DeMonte Williams into the run.
And how important of a bucket is that for Nebraska to get Verge going a little bit? A little bit slow 3 games. Last 3 games, 5 points. Like, get him going is huge for this Nebraska team.
Not shooting at a very high clip, and even in crunch time, finding himself on the bench. Right over the top of Walker, soft touch with the left hand.
You got to give up something to this Illini team, and that's what Nebraska's giving up. Their single coverage, Kofi, and you're going to live with those left shoulder jump hooks. Nebraska running a horn set, getting Walker to the post. They got into this early. They had success getting the ball to the post, making the Illini defend.
Lat Mayan, a little bit short on the jumper, but not a bad look. Grandison, a little hop, skip, and a jump in for 2.
Really good move. It started off with a double drag situation. Then Kofi rolled, created space for the offensive player. Then they're able to attack. Great move by Grandison.
Verge off of his foot and out of bounds. Turnover in the loss at Rutgers. He is out today. Of course, with Breidenbach out for the rest of the season. You got to have numbers when you go against a guy like Kofi Coburn, who's sitting on 8 points already. First lead of the game for Illinois.
And look at Nebraska. They're going to go get a corner screen right now. 2 double, a stagger. To get Wilcher the ball up top. Now they're going to play through the elbows.
Coburn with a nice denial. Verge around the screen. Verge turn it over again. Good poke away by the Fighting Illini. Frazier had a decent look, tapped out. Comes Kobe Webster. 2 point guards on the floor right now for the Huskers. Nice tap out, Lat Mayan. Extra pass to C.J. Wilcher. Ooh, in and out.
Good offensive possession there by Nebraska. And where did it start? It touched the post and then worked its way out and found a corner 3.
Over 2.5 minutes since the last bucket for Nebraska. Coburn, shot clock winding down. Coburn underneath. Nice job by Walker to seal him.
Walker's really done a good job.
Transition 3 by Verge. No. And Fred Hoiberg less than pleased with that shot selection. Illinois really slowing down this tempo.
We talked about how Walker's doing a good job guarding Kobe. Kobe does have 8 points. I realize that, but he's making Kobe work for everything. He's hitting them all the time with the body. That's a great job by Trent Frazier. You look at this game, it's a 4-point game. It's because Nebraska's doing a good job. They're actually only losing rebound battle by 1 right now.
And they've only allowed 1 offensive rebound in this game.
Offensively, Nebraska got off to a quick start. They have slowed down dramatically. 5 points last 9 minutes, and they have not touched the post. And then when you try to make that pass, the angle leads to a turnover.
And DeMonte Williams on the other end. His shot too strong. Mayan pulls in the rebound. Luke Goody on the floor for the first time for Illinois, locking up on Lat Mayan. Over 4 minutes since the last bucket for Nebraska. Kobe Webster, decent look from 3, draws iron. You're right though, Brian, just the lack of paint touches here recently. And now that you don't have Derek Walker on the floor.
Well, and it's smart not to have Walker on the floor right now because Kofi's not in the game. So you're able to buy him some minutes, and that way he's not doesn't get a cheap foul that might happen there.
Three by Plummer. He's starting to heat up.
And you got to get a hand up. We talked about how good the ball pressure was on the defensive end for Nebraska. 18-2 scoring run. The ball pressure and intensity on the defensive end has dropped for Nebraska.
It's almost impossible to ask for that type of intensity for the entire ball game, but this Illinois team, they just do not give up.
You can still work through the elbows, you can still work through the post, but the offensive guards around there have been standing way too much. So those are three things that you got to make the adjustments here on the offensive end if you're Nebraska. Pick up the defensive intensity here on the defensive end.
Well, Fred Hoiberg loves to play with tempo, and there's a difference between tempo as Plummer launches away again. It doesn't mean just playing fast. You can play quick and with a lot of tempo and still get quality shots.
And you have to know what a good shot and a bad shot is. And I think that's the biggest thing right now that Coach Hoiberg is trying to get through to this team.
Frazier, no shot.
He's a winner, right? Like he knows what it takes to win. Everyone has to sacrifice a little bit to win. He understands that, and he tells his teammates that.
Very unselfish player, too, as Frazier hunts his own shot and knocks down the three. Frazier's got 9 to lead all scorers.
A big 4 minutes here for Nebraska. They haven't been able to close out halves. They've struggled with it. They need to find a way to keep this thing close. Don't let this lead balloon, and if you're Illinois, keep putting pressure on the rim.
Well, Omar Payne got the block.
I love the patience that he showed to wait and let it all happen.
Frazier getting close to the top 10 in all-time scores in Illini history. That's saying a lot. McGowan's very short on that shot. Still no field goals for Nebraska over the last 6 minutes of this game. Webster locking down on Plummer. Inside look, Kofi Coburn backing down on Walker. Left hand, no. Pretty good look right there for Kofi.
You can't ask for anything better than that. That's what they wanted. Great shot, just missed it.
4 for 7, 8 points. That man got it blocked on the weak side by Goody. What a great defensive play by Goody.
Great play by Goody. He got beat, but yet was still able to rear contest that shot and get the block.
Frazier bobbing and weaving his way around Kofi Coburn, missed his shot. Nebraska hunting a bucket. They need one. McGowan's one-on-one with Grandison with the right hand. That's a goaltend. Kofi Coburn again is right there in the middle of it. But it's not just big men this year, Brian.
Well, we've talked about bigs all the time in the Big Ten. But now you got to start talking about some wings, because wing play has been fantastic in the Big Ten.
And a lot of people saying he's having a down year. It's just because his expectations were so darn high.
Against Northwestern, there's 5:52 left. They were trailing by 3. They go in the half down 13. So you've got one game. Do you learn from that right now? 6-point game. Do you keep this close against Rutgers? And you look at what they've done, right? Then how do they close out a game against Ohio State at the end of the game? Did they learn from it?
Learned right there. Nice backdoor pick. Tominaga feeds Verge. Makes it a 4-point game.
Those are the things, right? You know, how was it? It was just a simple cut to the basket, Jeff. Simple basketball.
Coming up on 2 minutes to go here in this first half. Devontae Williams finds Plummer. Straight away 3. Very short. Offensive rebound. Just the second of the game. Shot clock didn't reset. Set a little bit late, and now we've got a whistle. Tominaga, nice ball fake inside and knocks down the shot. Tominaga is yet to miss tonight. Offensive foul, Kofi Coburn. Stick around for the State Farm halftime report. Dave Revson, Andy Katz, Joshua Langford standing by in Chicago. Saw Penn State knock off Rutgers, one of the hottest teams in the conference, before our contest today. Verge locked up with Trent Frazier. Nice battle there. Kofi Coburn pulls down the rebound, his 6th of his first half. Boy, watching Verge and Frazier go toe-to-toe, that's fun.
It's fun, but the ball's got to move more for Nebraska.
Eduardo Andre poked it away. He's had a nice stretch here. Cross-court pass, lap man wide open. Nebraska's got the lead.
We've got our answer on how they're going to finish this half, Jeff. We've got the answer.
A finish here with a defensive possession, though. 9-0 scoring run over the last 2.5 minutes.
Nebraska goes 2-3 zone with, now they go back man-to-man.
Plummer trying to shake McCowan's and out of bounds with 5.7 to go. Tominaga got to get this one in. Still plenty of time to get a shot off. Verge makes his way through. Verge lays it up. And a whistle. Chance to give Nebraska a 3-point lead. He does. A single touch. And it takes us to halftime. Here in the second half, trying to add to this 3-point lead. For all intents and purposes, Kofi Coburn was held somewhat in check in that first half. As Verge goes around the corner, Coburn with the block. There's Walker to clean it up.
Well, and one of the reasons he was held in check is because of that man right there. Walker's done a great job on the defensive end. They've run some offense through him to slow kind of down Nebraska's offense and take their time and get some good looks.
It's important that we talk about both of these offenses over the course of the second half and how much they've changed. Good help by Verge. Offensive rebound by Coburn, and Lat Man just hammered Kofi Coburn. Kofi going to go to the line, where he's 0 for 2 so far. We talked a little bit about Andre Curbelo not being available, still dealing with the injury, just kind of a day-to-day process for Curbelo. You see him there on the bench. He's with the team. But the way that Brad Underwood has had to shift his entire mentality around the players that he has available for him, it's been a totally different team offensively.
Well, it really has been. You go with Curbelo, you're running a bunch of pick and rolls. They're still running pick and rolls, but it's coming out of weave actions. It's coming out of horns actions, different actions where when you've got Curbelo on the floor, you can just run your big up and let him create, and then you can re-screen, you can get into it quicker. They're having to work the sets a lot more to get into the ball screen action.
So now Kofi Coburn 0 for 4 from the foul line as Verge had it knocked off the foot of Trent Frazier. For Coburn, you see the 8 points, but 0 for 4 from the foul line. He's gotten so much better at the foul line this year, too, Brian.
Well, you look at it, 69% this year. Last year was at 55%. And that's the growth and development that Kofi's done.
Walker looking for help. Frazier racing, and he ends up beating Verge to the basketball. Five turnovers in the game for Nebraska. Feed the big man down low. Frazier fouled by Verge. Frazier going to go to the line. And for Verge, that's his first.
Jeff, what makes a great post player is he recognizes it, he identifies, and then he takes care of the angle. So Kofi got the ball in the post. He recognized that Verge was helping there a little bit. Kicked it back out to Frazier. Frazier then was able to drive off that. Like, that's the growth and development that Kofi has done. The ability to understand when to pass out of the post. The ability to identify what the defense is doing. And that, to me, like, everyone wants to talk about the scoring, the rebounding, but why he's in Player of the Year conversations.
far side of the floor, you see Brad Underwood having to calm down Andre Curbelo. He was up and screaming at the officials. Really interesting to see a guy who's not even active, not even dressed, to be so boisterous on the bench. McGowan's trying to get him going here in the second half. Short. Coburn pulls down the board, his 8th. The top rebounding guys in the country. Coburn. Ouch. Now you've even gotten a shot to the eye. Ten and 8 now for Kofi Coburn. Tominaga. First miss of the night. Out of bounds, and it's going to be Nebraska basketball. A 2-point lead for the Cornhuskers. We'll go back to Kofi on this last dunk.
Well, and it's just a high-low action. The help side comes, gets swiped right across the face, gets hit in the eye with it, but is still able to finish.
Kofi's so strong that he can have contact on him. Verge with a nice drive, but contact on a guy like Kofi Coburn's like a mosquito on some other people as he goes right to the rack again.
That's back-to-back high-low. The weak side has to be over on that. You look at Walker, he's doing a good job of fronting that. You've got to have that weak side help available so that high-low pass is not that easy.
Man, had it blocked on the weak side that time by Jacob Grandison.
We've seen 3 rear contests in those situations. They've been great by the Illini.
Goody on 1, Grandison on 1. Now he tries for 3. McGowan pulls down the rebound. Illinois very cool from 3-point range. 3 out of 11. DeMonte Williams going to pick up the foul. His first. Eduardo Andre is going to check in for Walker. Andre's had a nice game too, defensively, working up against Kofi Coburn and company. Done a nice job of playing and defending without fouling. Coburn off to the races and couldn't catch up to it. I think his bench is very happy that he didn't try and dive for that one.
I think everybody's happy he didn't try to dive for that one. But, like, that's what leadership looks like. A big is not supposed to impact the ball on that pass, right? But Kofi does it, realizing that the Illini need a little juice. They need somebody to pick up the energy.
No lack of energy with Kofi Coburn. His motor never stops. McGowan's feeds Eduardo Andre. Left hand. Oh, what a follow by Bryce McGowan's. That got them on their feet here in Lincoln. Frazier quiets the crowd with a nice layup. McGowan's isolated on DeMonte Williams. And a foul on DeMonte. More than anything, look at the net. I think that's more of a good barometer of where you're at as a club. Illinois, one of the top teams in the country, no matter what you look at. Verge, driving, hanging, hitting.
When you look at this Illini team on the offensive end, continue to feed the big fella. Continue to get Kofi involved. They're playing one-on-one on him. You can't go away from it.
Frazier now driving, hanging, hitting, three-point opportunity.
And because they're worried about him, that space is wide open. I think he's the best in the country as far as creating space on the offensive end, taking away space on the defensive end.
Frazier's now got 15. As Alfonso Plummer heads to the bench. And Frazier's had a great night tonight so far. The Does Nebraska have an answer? Up by just one. Tominaga leans in. Floater, nope. Coburn pulls it in. No one's ripping that away from that grasp. 12-9 now for Kofi Coburn. Inside, there's Coburn, isolated.
I wonder how many bigs feel like they're wrestling Kofi every single night they guard him.
Everybody feels like they went into a battle with Kofi Coburn every night. Nice hanging hit by Grandison. Grandison starting to get himself into shape a bit. Verge just threw it away. And for Verge, he's had moments over the last 3 ball games, and Fred Hoiberg's done a great job after every game. You go and you watch the tape, you learn. Nice rebound by Andre. Seeing the minutes for Kobe Webster go up a little bit. Playing a hot hand late in games for Fred Hoiberg. Webster from the elbow. It's the first point scored by either of the 2 benches tonight. Been all starters to this point. Coburn backing down, and he missed the dunk, but it went right to Frazier, and now the Huskers have it. We don't see that very often. Now Eduardo Andre, chance for a 3-point play.
Andre runs right to the front of the rim, and he gets rewarded.
Missed the free throw and a chance to convert that 3-point play, but a 3-point lead for the Cornhuskers. I'm telling you, Andre has had some real quality minutes here in this ball game. Frazier leaves it up to Payne. Omar Payne with a bucket.
Good look by Frazier. Realizes he drives, throws it up. Payne goes, gets the ball. Really good job.
He's been the player of the game for the Fighting Illini tonight. Wiltshire, open lane. He got hammered by Payne.
See if it gets himself going a little bit here.
Sometimes getting the free throw line, seeing something go through the net helps out. Wiltshire didn't play very much in that first half. You see the numbers over the last 3 games like you were talking about, Brian. All off the bench, it's the 3-point shooting that's the key. One out of 2 for Wiltshire. Plummer driving on Webster. Nice break up by Walker. A force. Man, that thing was hanging up there for a really long time.
They're searching for that energy giver, right? They're looking for that tonight. So far, they really haven't had that. We saw it in shoot round. Coach Underwood was after these guys in shoot round, knowing what tonight was going to be.
Not an easy place to come in and play. Saw Ohio State almost get knocked off by this Nebraska team last weekend. Took a great comeback. 30 seconds to go. Jamari Wheeler with a big 3, and then overtime took it over. Payne with another block. McCowan's. Payne tracks it down. And Payne's been all over the place.
His energy's been fantastic. We talk about who's that guy going to be. Right now, it's Payne.
Frazier, jump shot, no. Not a bad look. That's the look that Nebraska's wanted from Frazier for much of the night. Against Rutgers. Still averaging under 13 a game. Coburn backing down on Walker. Tip in good. Coleman Hawkins skying for the tip.
Nebraska did everything great. One-on-one with Kobe, make him shoot the jump hook, but then you got to put bodies on somebody. You got to close out the possessions.
Did a really nice job in the first half, limiting the offensive rebounds. Not the case here in the second half. Walker trying to back down on Coburn, poked away. Another turnover. Frazier drives, left-hand layup.
tells you and paints the picture a lot better about where your team sits.
A 4-point lead for Illinois. We'll be taking another break on the next whistle. Brian Butch needs a snack, so I was told that we needed to take a break for that.
I do love snacks.
I appreciate the dedication to it. Anderson threw it away. Tried to make a three from the bench. Verge, nice move.
Nice move. That was a great in and out move. Had Covey kind of sit there and stare as far as where did he go?
Frazier inside to Coburn. And Coburn missed. Got his own rebound. Throws it away. Wilcher right there to intercept. 2-point lead, Illinois. Verge scoops underneath and a travel.
I love that move. I thought it was simple, but it was fantastic altogether.
Haven't seen a ton of this from Verge over the last 3 games. Frazier just put him on his backside, and then Verge trying to recover, fouled him. 19 for Frazier. Coming off a game where he had 16 against Maryland. 14 of those came in the second half. Verge to Wilcher. Good look. C.J. Wilcher knocked it down.
Nebraska needed that shot. We talked about it earlier as Wilcher does it get it going. Get to the free throw line. That was a big-time shot there for Nebraska.
Plummer from 3. Coburn battling, still battling. Finally, Walker ripped it away. Wilcher feeling it. Heat check.
Don't love that shot. You did a good job. You want to play fast, but just don't love that shot, especially because it comes off a great rebound. You're doing a good job. Pull it out.
Coburn, point blank. Coburn now with 14. Another double-double for Coburn as well. 9th of the season, and his 8th consecutive. Tominaga fading away. Coburn just pushed Walker right out of the way. I think they're going to get Coburn.
Done a great job on the defensive end. Create extra opportunities for Nebraska on the offensive end.
Wilcher fading away. Knocked down the jumper. C.J. Wilcher gets it back to a 1-point game. Plummer, nice move by Plummer.
Again, you know he's a lefty driver. What did he do? Lefty drove all the way across the lane. There's got to be some resistance there. Take away his strength.
Verge, nice look inside to Walker. If at first you don't succeed, try again. Coburn. Just so strong.
And there's nothing you can do. If you're going to single coverage, which Nebraska has done all night, that's what you've got to do. Then you've got to try to rebound as 5.
Tominaga with his jumper, nope. He's not going to win that battle against Kofi Coburn. 13 boards for him. You see on that last play when Coburn went up for that secondary attempt, Wilcher tried to smack it out of his hands, and it's like Coburn's hands never moved. Lamonte Williams. Now Coburn doubled. Plummer, 3. In and out.
What a great look by Kobe to find Plummer.
Passing has improved so much for Kofi Coburn. High off the window. No, there's Walker. Derek Walker with an offensive rebound.
This place wants to erupt. This place wants to erupt. Now, can they get a timeout, right? Can they get the defense to stop after the timeout?
Shaping up to be a good one. Frazier, 3-ball. Got it. Trent Frazier have a night. He's got 22.
What an answer. And it all started because the Illini have 22 of 31 points in the paint. Like the focus has been get to the paint. You finally do that. You kick out for the 3. Good response.
Verge a little bit out of control. Plummer all over the place on that possession. And a foul is going to be called. A bit of an awkward pass there. In and out of the hands of Eduardo Andre. Another turnover. Coburn backing down on Andre. Paint touch is so important. 22 of 31 points in this second half coming in the paint for Illinois. Another miss for Kofi Coburn. Now 0 for 5 from the foul line. McGowan's. He went right over the top of Coburn. That's a freshman, folks. A true freshman.
That was a great move and a finish they needed.
Plummer inside the three-point line, too strong. Here comes Verge. Smartly pulls it back out. McGowan's drives again, hangs, couldn't get it, goes to the foul line.
They didn't settle, they attacked. They come back down, they get a stop.
Nebraska looking to beat a ranked team for the first time since the Big Ten tournament in 2019. It will be a first in Fred Hoiberg's tenure here at Nebraska. They've lost 20 straight games against ranked opponents. Trying to end it today, down by 1. A lot of time left. 3, Grandison, got it. Huge 3 by Jacob Grandison. Verge inside, Walker.
Wilcher helped too much on the roll. You've got to make sure you get out to a shooter last time there. Great response on the offensive end.
Coburn isolated by himself in a wedgie. And he's given up, what, 4 inches and about 70 pounds? 3 by Grandison. No. Coburn tapped it away. Coburn's going to get a foul. That's his 4th.
Nebraska hasn't brought the double team. It's been one-on-one. How do you handle it from there?
First free throw good from McGowan's.
Biggest thing is how long is Kofi on the bench here? When you look at it, the one issue the line I've struggled with, scoring when Kofi's not on the floor. How long does he stand on that bench? And what do you get on these possessions?
It's a tie game. You got Payne in there running the 5. He's had a nice day. Quality minutes with 3 blocks on the defensive end. Frazier going around the edge. Corner 3. Nice recovery by the Husker defense. 10 to shoot. Frazier now for 3. The follow. No. Follow again. No. All night for Coleman Hawkins.
And that's what he does. Energy, offensive rebounds, big time answer by Coleman Hawkins.
Both of his buckets today have been putbacks. There's McGowan's and blocked. A pin by Payne. 4 blocks by Payne off the bench. Coming up on 3 minutes to go. Frazier around the screen. Payne gets paid off. Defense on one end. A dunk on the other.
We talked about where the offense was going to come. It's come right at the front of the rim. Great execution by Illinois.
Payne with 6 points, 4 boards, 4 blocks off the bench, and Verge asking for a tip ball. Officials looking at each other, and they are saying no tip. It's Illinois basketball. Costly turnover there for Nebraska. They finished the first half so strong, an 11-0 run. Now they're trying to finish the game after all that energy has been expended on the defensive end. Frazier drives. Now DeMonte Williams for three. Wow! Fighting Illini, a 7-0 run.
What a response by the Illini with Kofi on the bench.
Payne puts it into the fourth throw, but there was a foul before the block.
You look at Hawkins, this is where it got started. And it was energy and effort. It's that simple. No body was put on Hawkins. This is how the 7-0 run got started, and it was that simple. Then it's a simple pick and roll right to the front of the rim, and then Frazier finds Williams for three. It shouldn't surprise anybody out there who the ball and where the ball has been. It's been in Trent Frazier's hands, and he has made plays for this Illini team down the stretch to have the 7-0 run.
22 points, 5 assists. He's played really good defense on Verge for the most part all night long.
Jeff, you were here. You saw the Ohio State game. How does Nebraska end? They're down 5. What do they have left? Got to start on the defensive end. They've got to get a stop.
Where is the scoring going to come with Kofi Coburn on the bench where he still sits? It's been everybody, collective effort. Across, Williams. Now Grant is in top of the key, three, in and out. Another offensive rebound, and a foul. And Payne just knocks down 2 massive free throws, 7-point lead for Illinois. Verge trying to get around Frazier. What a pest on defense he's been. Verge lost it on the way up. Tough shot, all forced by Trent Frazier.
And it was an isolation. Anytime that Nebraska's isolated, they haven't got good action at all.
Largest lead of the game for Illinois, 8. At one point, Nebraska led this game by 12. And a timeout called by Brad Underwood. Those are the two guys that can lock down any guard in the conference. Frazier trying to get around Verge. Now for three. Puts a nice ribbon on a great night for Trent Frazier. 25.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Just sit back and watch what he is doing. Unbelievable.
Verge got his man in the air. Down to Walker inside. Looks like a kickoff formation for the Illinois football team on that inbound.
And we've seen this. Brad used this numerous times in late game situations to inbound the basketball.
Frazier going to go to the line. It's 16 points here in the second half. And Brad Underwood, listen, he was not holding any punches back during shoot-around today. He wanted to make sure to instill to his group, you got to get after this Nebraska team. They gave him everything they could handle this evening.
We've talked about Kofi not being in the game. We've talked about this run happening and where they were going to get it. One of the reasons he's not in the game has been making his free throws down the stretch.
Yep.
And Trent Frazier has been able to lead the team. They've been able to get great offense. So you don't need to put Kofi back in. This is a big thing that a lot of, I've talked about where does the offense come, but late game situations, not hitting free throws, you leave the team on here because they're rolling too.
Getting buckets from Frazier, great defense from Payne. Oh my! That's a great way to end the night for McGowan's. His third dunk of the game. It's a big-time highlight. And McGowan's going over to make sure that Frazier's all right. Go back and look at this thunder.
You used the word thunder. Wow. You talk about just a drive and attack. And again, that's what Nebraska has to take away from these games. Right now, I get there's
Frazier just getting a practice free throw in there. Official Rob Riley coming in and blowing that one before the free throw.
Shooting team number 1, Trent Frazier.
Still the first shot for Trent Frazier. 27 on the night. Matches his season high, which he had against Arizona, which was a game in itself down in Champaign back in December. .29, a season high for Trent Frazier. 20 of those in the second half. McGowan's fades away, and Coleman Hawkins pulls in the rebound, and Illinois can run this thing out. A 10-point victory. The final score is not going to be indicative of how tough this game was for both of these teams.
A great response, a great way to close out the game. If you're Illinois, you take away a lot of that. You do it without Kofi on the floor. And if you're Nebraska, you look at this, we're making strides.